What's happening, iSurf Tribe? Been a while since I put out a video. So basically this series of videos that I got going on here was the last time that I had taken the camera and filmed before the lockdown and the no surfing rules that they put in place. And I had no motivation to look through it. Basically what this was is before the lockdown and all that, and nobody could come, tourists can't come into Costa Rica right now until further notice. Every week, I can't remember if it was Tuesday or Wednesday, in Santa Teresa, they do what's called an air show. And how it works is there's a restaurant right in front there, a hotel called Banana Beach, and they basically have prizes. I think it's like they give a prize out for who does the best air, they give a prize out for the best power move, and I think they do a prize for the best combination of maneuvers on a wave. And how it works is anybody can enter, so it's a free-for-all. So basically you go there, and if you want to enter, you just put your name on a list, and then you go out, and then they have a couple judges that watch, and there's literally like 40 or 50 guys that paddle out. And so I went to film, and you can see I believe this is Jesus right here, the kid that I film a lot, and I was gonna film him, but there's so many people out there, and it's right at sunset, so the sun's literally like in my face right now. That's why it's kind of got a washed out look, and you can't tell who you're surfing, you can't tell who you're filming. It's literally it just looks like silhouettes from the beach. So it wasn't until I actually looked at the footage that I could start to recognize who some of the surfers were. And to be honest, half of the guys I don't even really know, because I don't really go there that often, and there's just so many new people that have moved into the area. And but it's basically a lot of the top surfers and a lot of surfers that compete. There's a couple girls that paddle out there just because they want to just kind of get some practice. And I don't know if they give like a reward for, if there's anything different for girls or boys. I've never actually filmed it before, but I'm thinking that maybe once things go back to normal, hopefully soon, and they we get over this whole lockdown, and we can start surfing again, and people can start visiting, and the whole thing, that maybe I'll start filming it more. It's kind of crazy because it's pretty much like an hour and a half, and it's just like, imagine 40-50 guys catching waves. Like, it's really hard to be able to know who you're filming and to catch everybody, because there's like usually 3 or 4 or 5 guys on different waves in different spots at the same time. So you kind of have to make a judgment call and try to pick usually it's the best wave, or you got to try to pick the direction that you think is best. You'll see a couple of clips, like I go to film one person, and then I move the camera over. So if you come visit Costa Rica and you want to join up, it's free. You can just come and join the air show. And it's kind of a fun thing. It's kind of like a get together, there's like a bar right out in front. So a lot of the town they come hang out, and a lot of people come just to watch it, or to listen to the music, or to drink a few beers or grab some dinner. And then usually afterwards people kind of hang out, and then the sunset, and then it goes into the night a little bit, and then a little bit of night festivities. So anyways, I just thought I would kind of voice over and kind of talk over a lot of stuff. I guess let me give some updates on what's happening here in Costa Rica. So I don't know if you guys seen some of the videos out there of some of the crazy stuff that's been happening, like just police arresting people for going surfing and stuff, which I think is pretty ridiculous, because it's a non-contact sport. And I understand that the main reason is they just don't want people gathering at the beaches, and that's the problem. Is surfing, I guess, encourages people to kind of gather at the beach. But and if they just said, yeah, you can surf, but no gathering at the beach, it would be a little bit of a conflict. But I mean, when you're surfing, there's like no chance you're going to spread it, because you don't touch anybody. You're always pretty much social distancing when you're out surfing. It's not like, unless you were to like literally crash into somebody, and still you're in the water. So I would think it would be pretty hard to spread it. But anyways, I was just looking online, and they're lifting the surfing ban this Saturday from 6 till 8 in the morning. So you'll be able to go surfing legally from 6 till 8 in the morning, starting on the 16th, and then I think it's going to go another month before they actually start letting foreign travelers back in. So what they're going to do is they're going to start with domestic traveling and open up like the parks and things like that, with limitations and social distancing in place. And then a month or 2 months down the road, they're going to hopefully basically open up the borders and people can come visit. I can't even imagine the impact this is happening on local businesses, and some people like surf instructors, people that rely on being able to basically get work on a weekly basis. I mean, it's all shut down. There's no surf lessons. Pretty much you drive through town right now and it's a ghost town. It's really weird. There's a few people biking, a few people jogging, a few people walking. So it literally seems like a whole nother world. It's almost like looking back at these videos and it's like those are the good old days when everybody could just go surfing whenever they wanted to. Man, I wish I would have surfed more often, So I personally have not surfed. I know that there are some people that are surfing early in the morning before the police do their rounds and stuff, like really early. But for me, it's just like if they want to put these things in place, I'll just do something else for now. And I've actually been kind of working on doing some exercising and trying to work on my diet. I'll fill you guys in on that on another video. Normally I invite you guys along with the challenge, but with this whole thing, I haven't been motivated to create videos or to do anything really online. I'm not really posting hardly anything, and neither has Atua. Atua was here with me, and so was Keely through most of this, and they just left last week. And there's literally like one flight out every week or 2 weeks. And they actually had a law in place at the very beginning where if you had residency, which is what we have, and you left right after the lockdown, they said that they were going to take your residency status away. And then I guess that caused a lot of problems. So then they changed it to, well, we're not going to take your residency status away if you leave during the lockdown, but you can't come back until we open up the borders again. However, if you are a Costa Rican citizen, as in born here, you can come back in the country, because of course that would make sense, it is your country, but then they want you to go into a strict quarantine. So anyways, the point of that is Atua was planning on maybe coming back after his graduation and everything, and coming back here and spending some time working, shooting videos, doing surf lessons, because Atua does surf lessons, but none of that can happen. And he's not going to be able to come back in until they open the borders back up, even though he does have residency. So could be another 2, 3, 4 months, but he's got some friends over there in the States that he can hang out with, and plus he's got a bunch of stuff that he would want to bring back, some gear and things like that. And of course I always order a bunch of stuff off Amazon whenever somebody's coming, and I'm like, hey, can you bring this down? Can you bring me some of this or that, electronics, or something that I might need for a camera or a microphone or something like that. It's pretty interesting because during this lockdown, and all these businesses are shutting down, a lot of people know that I do a lot of stuff online, and I've actually been asked by multiple people if I could help them with online stuff, like show them how to set up a YouTube channel or how to do live streaming, or even though we don't really do a lot, and it's pretty, there's a ton of videos out there to figure it out, but sometimes I guess it's just nice to have somebody to tell you what's the best way to do it, because there's so much information out there. So I don't know, let me guys know if you like this footage, and if I should go and film more of it, because it's a lot of work filming 40-50 guys and then going through. By the time I went through the footage, it was hundreds of clips. It took me like 2 hours to go through the clips and delete like all the footage of where people don't catch waves, or where they just wipe out right at the beginning, or it's just not a very interesting wave, you know, they're just kind of standing there. But I don't mind doing it once in a while. I don't know if I'll do it every week, but maybe once a month or something. I might go down there and film it. Hopefully some of the surfers might watch this channel and get to see some of their clips here, because like I said, I don't even know a lot of the guys out there surfing. I think I might know like a third of them, and so I wouldn't even know how to contact them and tell them like, hey, go check out the clips. Like I said, the sun was in my face, so it was like I walked way down the beach trying to get at an angle, and then I had to zoom all the way in, so it was kind of hard to focus. That's why the footage is a little bit like, some of the clips look good, some of them are a little bit kind of blurry, but that's what we do, right? We do the best we can, get the footage and bring you guys some of this content. Let me know what's happening in your part of the world. I know some people actually left Costa Rica to go to other places where they could surf, just because they just couldn't handle not being able to surf for like 2 months. You know, because you can surf in places like Hawaii. I've heard that, you know, you can still go surfing. So would have been cool if we would have had something like that, because, you know, there are a lot of competitors out there that need to train, and I mean, if you don't surf much for 2 or 3 months, you're going to be kind of rusty. And that's the reason why I started doing some other workouts and diets, because I'm like, when it's time to go surfing again, I don't want to have gained a bunch of weight and have no endurance. And so I've actually been doing a lot of things to strengthen my knee. A lot of you guys know that I had a pretty bad wicked knee injury, and it's never felt the same since, but I've slowly been gaining the strength back and doing things like one-legged deadlifts and doing really light squats and stuff like that. And when they open the beaches up again, I actually want to start running on the beach again. And maybe we'll do another challenge, some sort of a challenge. You know, each time I try to make it a little bit different and give you guys a chance to kind of join up in. Oh, I wanted to ask you guys about this. If you're still watching this video, I've had this idea, and this whole lockdown and thing gave me this idea, because I've seen other people doing similar things, but not so much for surfing. What do you guys think of the idea of doing a digital surf camp? Meaning, like, imagine a surf camp that was like 1 week long, except it was all online, meaning that there would be like a schedule, you know, like Monday morning we would surf, maybe with the GoPro, and then we'd bring it back and we would live stream and then kind of do a talk through. I would have maybe some guest surfers surf, you know, some of the rippers, and then maybe we would do like a, you know, before lunch do like a surf workout stretch, and then at lunch we would do like maybe just kind of a hangout live stream, and then maybe make like some meals, surf, and kind of show you guys some of the recipes, and you know, maybe have a guest person come in and like cook some sort of a, you know, surfer vegan or vegetarian or low fat, you know, something, or high energy. And then maybe like after lunch we do like another sunset surf session with the GoPro, and then we live stream it like right afterwards, meaning that we just grab the clips and we do kind of like a video analysis kind of thing. And then if you were kind of part of this digital surf camp, we would put out like kind of a schedule of what we're going to be doing each day, and each day it would be like maybe 4 activities, and then maybe dinner, same thing, we do like a hangout and watch, you know, the clips from the sunset session. And then like maybe after dinner we do like a live session, surf theory, dry land simulation of exercises and things that you can do. And then have different things throughout the week, like maybe have a balance, you know, balance training day where we balance, but each day we would do like some surfing and have different guests surf. So let me know if you guys think that that's a cool idea, and think about doing something like that. But the video's ended, and I guess we're gonna end this. So pura vida and aloha. We'll see you guys in the next video.